Hello everyone, welcome to my playthrough of Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2024. I've played several of these over the years. This is probably the 5th or 6th year I've downloaded a version of this game. It's always very fun. I'm a big basketball fan, been for a long time. I'm not always great at these games. I'm quite stubborn sometimes in my ways and not changing and just we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and jump in, start a new league. And I'm going to do a challenge mode because I like to have some kind of challenge. I don't want to just, go willy-nilly with no consequences. And you can do a roster on here. I think it's fairly easy to have a database of actual real-life NBA players, but I always do a fictional roster because I tend to play favorites if it's real NBA players, and I'm a big Kentucky Wildcats fan, so I would probably just try to snatch all the Kentucky Wildcat players possible. Which don't always, it works out good sometimes, but not always great. So I'm going to go with just a fictional roster this time. And let's go ahead and go with this. I'm gonna keep this stuff the same. It doesn't really matter to me what the league's called. I'm gonna turn auto save, leave that off. I want to use a 1 to 100 scale on this, and what this basically means, if you use a 1 to 10 scale, all the attributes are from 1 to 10. So if a person's outside shooting is like at an 8, it is a pretty good outside shooter. If it's a 1, he's a terrible outside shooter. I think if you go 1 to 100, the details are a bit more minute. Is that the right word? So that, it's a bit more detailed. You can have a guy that's like an 84 as opposed to an 80, and they're a little bit better because of that. I like the more attention to detail. So I'm going to go with the 1 to 100 scale on this. And we'll keep the current lottery rules of what's in the NBA. I want to keep this stuff randomized. I want to allow high school draft entry. The rest of this stuff I like pretty well, so I'm going to keep all that the same. I'm going to keep these the same. The teams on this game, you have a city for each team that has a team in the NBA, or each city that has a team in the NBA, but their likenesses, they can't use their likenesses by default. So you have some, like I said, the Boston Celtics, you have the Boston Irish. So it's sort of the same thing, but a little bit different. And I actually think the logo designs on this game by default, I actually really like most of them. And this is a fictional league anyway with fictional players, so I'm going to keep these the same as well. This all looks good to me. I mean, I'm not too picky on this stuff. I think a lot of this stuff by default is set up how it should be. I'll go ahead and choose what I look like here. In the past, there are a lot of options, but there are a lot of options that look like what I look like, certainly. So they need more options of guys with beards. Maybe you can choose a beard later on or something, but I don't have much hair on my head, so I'm gonna go with this guy right here. I don't think you can pick facial hair, at least not very much facial hair. what should I call this? Gramps Gaming. You know, Gramps is a nickname I've been given over the years because I'm much older in spirit than I am in my actual age. I'll put it that way. 32. The personality type matters on this. It did last year. I think last year, I don't remember what I had picked when I played this last year, honestly. I'm going to go with Worrier. Sounds probably the most like me, honestly. But I'm going to go with Thinker. I would like to think I'm a thinker. So hopefully, we'll see what that's like. And I'm going to play. I've always, or for a long time anyway, been a San Antonio Spurs fan. Not doing great this year despite having Wemby, but that's another story. I'm going to pick the San Antonio Outlaws to be the general manager of. And get into the philosophies here. Player preference. The higher you rate this option, the more you would prefer a veteran team. Bump that up just a little bit. Player rotation. The higher you rate this option, the more you prefer your team to use more players in the course of a game. I'm going to bump that up a little bit. I like having kind of a 10-man rotation, not a platoon system, but have a backup. There's somebody that can come in the bench, off the bench at every position. Let's see, offensive pace. I want to keep it right here for right now until I see what the team plays like. Sometimes you'll get a team generated that plays better at a slower pace. Sometimes you'll get a team that plays better at a faster pace. So we're going to keep this right in the middle for right now. Same way with the offensive boards. I tend to like a team that goes for a lot of rebounds, but you want to be careful about getting in foul trouble, and I don't know what kind of players I'm going to have yet, so at least to start out with. So I'm going to keep this stuff kind of the same. I'm going to bump up full court defense just a tad. I actually prefer playing man-to-man than playing zone, so I'm going to bump zone down a tad. And I'm going to leave this like it is right here. Let's see. Is this, I don't know if I can edit this or not. These start out at 36. Doesn't look like you can edit these. So, I guess I won't then. Save and create league. It's going to generate generate my team in the league here. Alright, let's log in and let's meet our team. And right off the bat, this looks a lot different than last year. Let's see. Let's look at the roster. Last year's version had a dashboard feature where you could look at your players and sort of see them all at the same time, and I don't. This looks a lot different than past years. I'll take a little. Oh, here we go, dashboard. But it doesn't look like the old dashboard. Well, if that screen's gone, then it's gone. What does this look like? So this shows the next opponent. Morale looks good. View team. Here we go. This is something that I was kind of looking for. Okay, so we got. I want to change the position on this. There we go. Let's look at our point guards. We got Paul Lopez, who's a 2-star player out of Kansas State. Not a great outside threat. Good free throw shooter. He's good on the inside. Looks like his percentage is above break 3 quite a bit for a guy who's not a great. I mean, he's decent at outside shooting. I'm okay with this for right now. I'm not going to make too many suggestions right off the bat to my players to do something more or less. I'm going to see how things go and kind of change as things go on as needed the best I can. This guy's a rookie too, so he's undrafted. So hopefully he'll work out. Our other point guard here is, I apologize if I butcher any of these names, Mattel Aguilera. And he's a pretty good outside shooter. Good free throw shooter, good on the inside, good ball handling skills, good court IQ. Looks like a guy you would not mind having for a point guard. It's only 1.5 stars though. He looks better than the guy before. Well, we'll see how it works out. These 2 guards now. See, you had those are both point guards. Our shooting guards now, we got a 1-star player, Nathan Hunter, out of UNC Greensboro. So far, these guys look like decent outside shooters. Not the best free throw shooter. I think some of this stuff in the middle gets, he's not a great dunker. Doesn't draw fouls well. Is what he is. Let's look at the next player here. Quadjo Hooper. This guy's a current 1-star, potentially 2 stars. So far, our cards have not been great. A lot of 1 and 2 stars you're seeing so far. So not great guard play. You can see his stats here. Scoring is only a 45. Maybe I should look at the scoring a bit closer on these. Yeah, I think one thing dragging these guys down is the scoring is just not very high. They're good, decent shooters when they take the shot, like this guy. The scoring is only a 47, so he's probably not going to take a lot of shots, even if he's open. And his passing isn't great, so he might turn the ball over quite a bit. So that's probably why this guy's lower rated than what I thought he would have been, based on his shooting stats anyway. Let's move up here. Another shooting guard here, Aaron Fortson out of Vermont. This guy, 3.5. Scoring is at 90, so this guy's going to put points on the board for us. Good inside shooter. Yeah, he can hit the outside shot. 72. Good free throw shooter. Good ball handling skills. Passing's okay. So this guy looks like he could even be a decent to play at the 1. So he's also a rookie. So he's got potential to. I think your potential rating, this might be as good as he gets. Maybe he can get a little bit better. But yeah, if we can keep this guy around, that'd be good for our team. And we get to the small forwards. We got Nick Bryant, good free throw shooter. Most of the outside shooting so far has been anywhere from 60 to like 75. So decent 3-point shooting team, not a great 3-point shooting team. This guy is a 1.5. Again, scoring is only a 42, so he's not going to put a lot of points up. He's not going to go to the line very much. He's terrible at drawing fouls. So let's see what the next guy looks like. Julian McClinton from Siena. Another rookie. We have a very young team. 2.5 stars. Scoring's pretty mediocre. Again, outside shooting's a 71. Let's look at the next guy. At some point we'll get into power forwards here. Yeah, the next guy's a power forward. Derek Spurgeon from Western Kentucky, who's also a rookie. Are all these guys rookies? Does it say rookie on all these guys? It does say rookie on all these guys. Maybe that's because the game just generated. Wow, I didn't realize that. I don't think last year was like that. I think last year you had some guys who had been in the league. I think they all say rookie because it's the first year, I guess. I wonder if you can figure out what their age is. Are they all the same age? Anyway, Derek Spurgeon is a decent scorer. Outside shooting's, decent. 3 stars. So, looks like most of this stuff in the middle. He's not terrible at anything. He's pretty mediocre at a lot of things. So I can see why he gets the 3-star rating. Got Antoine Asani. I'm not sure if you pronounce it that way or not. From Tennessee State, 1.5 stars. Those are his ratings here. Lavore Hill from Rutgers. I've yet to see an outside shooter above 75, I think. Free throws are decent. Actually pretty good. Inside shooting's pretty good. A lot of this stuff's mediocre though. Not a great shot blocker or a good rebounder for a power forward. Got Steve Bennett at center. Really good inside. Not an outside guy at all. But look at this, 3.5, and his potential is a 5-star. So if this guy is 21 years, it does have an age here, 21 years old, from Richmond. So yeah, this guy, shot block, he's a 91, great rebounder. This guy's hopefully a guy we can keep for a long time. Colin Richardson, here's another center, great dunker, good inside shooting. Again, not an outside shooter. Mediocre rebounder, really, for a big guy. Shot blocking's not as good as his friend Bennett here. And we got Isaiah Cravens from Colorado, who's 28. So some of these guys are a little bit older, even though it says rookie. Decent inside shooter, offensive rebound, decent. So let's look at, I'm going to go back and look at these ages. I didn't look at them the first time. So 25, 34, 25, 23, 25, 26, 28, 25, 23, 29, 21, 21, 28. So if you look at the guys that had the best potential, like Steve Bennett here is only 21, so he's got plenty of room to grow. We definitely want to keep this guy. He's not an outside threat at all, which is sort of contradictory to the current state of basketball, who have a lot of outside bigs, but I'm fine with this guy. Like, he's a great shot blocker, good inside threat, good rebounder. If you can play 4 out and have this guy on the inside, I think that would work out really well. And the other guy we had, I really want to keep. Aaron Fortson looks pretty good. He's only 25. So if we can keep Fortson and Bennett, and even Richardson's a good backup center off the bench. He's only 21 as well. Maybe we can trade Richardson for a better point guard, because our point guards aren't great by any means. And one's 34. He's getting a little bit old. So anyway, that's the team. Just click over here and exit off that, I guess. You have 2 alerts here. Let's see what these are. You can assign players to the D League if you wish. Okay. I might assign a couple to the D League. We got our emails here. I do like this new interface of this one. It's taken a few minutes to get used to, but it looks sharp. I really like it. It's going to take some getting used to. I don't know how to get back to my dashboard from this screen. Here are the teams, by the way, in the league here. You can kind of see the logos. I don't know how to get back to the dashboard. All right, let's see. Let's look at our roster, and I want to decide if I want to put anybody in the D League. Here we go. Let's look at our roster. Can I assign? I mean, is it an option to assign anybody to the D League? I think it is because all these guys are rookies. Is the way this game is playing. I don't want to put all these guys in the D League though. How many players we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I like to have 12 guys with you, so I can afford. I guess I can put one guy in the G League or the D League. I want to put this Quad Joe Hooper. How old is this guy? He's 23, so he still is young enough. He can have some potential, and he's. Oh, maybe we can bump him up to that second star. I want to put this guy there. Because this Nathan Hunter guy, I mean, he's only a 1-star, but he's not going to get much better. There's not much point in putting the guy in the D League if he's not going to grow. So we'll assign this guy to the D League for right now. And let's see if I can figure out. Here's what our depth chart looks like. We got Lopez starting at the point. I mean, I'm not crazy about that. Only 2 stars, but it is what it is. Lopez at the point. Fortson at the 2. He's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We got McClinton at the 3. Who's mediocre at a lot of things. But, he can score a little bit. We got Derek Spurgeon at the 4. I don't think they're going to be a very good rebounding team, aside from our center here, who I'm glad we got Steve Bennett starting at center. He's a great rebounder, like we said. So I want to go ahead. If you look at the options on this game, at least the way it was last year, you can have the computer manage this stuff for you, or you can do it yourself. I want to attempt to do it as much of it myself as possible. Sometimes this depth chart here, I'm not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. Sometimes the depth chart stuff, here we go, is a little hard for me to figure out. But I want to go with this for right now, and just see how things go. Do the first 10 games or so. Let's see, we got like a 9-man rotation right now. I'm just going to see how things go. Because if things go well, then we'll keep it like this for a while. If things don't go so well, we'll try to make changes. You can also change your strategy up. And right now, this is kind of what our strategy looks like. You got the 7 seconds offense. You can play man to man, or different kinds of man to man. You can have a player like work on something, like you can have a guy catch and shoot more, drive and pass more, and you can give them a length of time to try to do this, or do those things less if you wish. But like I said, we're going to see how things go. I'll try the 7 seconds the first 10 games and the attack man to man the first 10 games and see how things go. Some of the job goals that my owner has for me is to spend less than $136,021,000. If you look at the current, um, here's our team salary right now, so we are actually under that. Our cap status is great. We can still use a lot more money, so we're doing good on that part so far. Staff budget. Success expected, willing to go through a rebuild, no roster demands at this time. So that basically they're saying, there's nobody that they want us to hang on to. We can basically do what we want, and this is pretty high. It seems like we have an owner that seems pretty loose with how we do things, which is good. I mean, it means we have a lot to work with. So that part's good. The team is decent, looks decent. Our guard play's not great. But we're just going to see how things go. Let's go to, we've already assigned this guy to the D League, so we can go ahead and advance. Next is the D League draft. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and advance past that. Next we have the draft class. So this is the upcoming rookies that are coming in next year. I'm just going to go ahead and do default on that. It's going to generate that. I like this new interface, but it's taken me a little bit to get used to it. A lot of the stuff that was there last year is still in there. I just gotta, it's in different places. I gotta find it. So I apologize for getting hung up a couple times there. Now we can start to play games. So if you go to play sim, now let's sim through like the first 10 games and see how things go. Do not have a game. Let me change the setting on this real quick. There's some different sim settings you can have with these. I'm doing slow simulation on human games only. That way we can just speed through the games that aren't our games and focus on the games that really matter to what we're working with here. First game's against the Rangers. Rangers are a 1-point favorite. No stats so far because they haven't played any games. So let's see if we win this or not. I'm not going to watch every game. If we get any Game 7s in the playoffs, I'll watch those. But aside from that, I'm just going to sim most of this stuff and try to change things around and make the playoffs, for one thing. So let's go ahead and sim this and see what we have. We actually won the first game. And if you wish, again, this is a little bit different than last year. Last year, oh, here we go. What about show games? It is showing the games. Last year there was a spot down here you could look at the box scores from the day before. Why is it doing that? I guess I'll have to go back and here we go. Let's look at the box score. Aaron Fortson was our player of the game with 31 points. Being at 12 and 19 rebounds, 5 blocks. Good first game win. I'm not going to look at what's the game chart look like. I'm not going to look at the box score of all the games. I just wanted to show you how that worked. Let's go ahead and go to I said the first 10 games, but let's just go ahead and let's go to the 1st of November and see what things look like. I'll just sim through the games in October here. Let's see how things go. Oh, we got an injury, looks like. Aaron Fortson. So I guess it stops if you get an injury. That's good. I actually do like that. Let's go back to our dashboard. Look at our roster. So he has sprained toe. Out 2 weeks. That's not good. This guy's averaging 29 points a game for his first 2 games. So we also lost a second game. Let's go back to player sim. Let's see if we can get to November and not have any more injuries. Okay. We have 2 injured players, which means you have to have at least 12 players available on your bench before you play each game. And since we have 1 guy in the D League and 2 guys injured, it means we only have 11 players available, which won't work. So we'll have to either call, I can't recall his name at the moment, call our player up from the D League or sign another player. Because right now we don't have enough guys. If you look at the depth chart, Bryant is out, Fortson is out. Let's look at our roster. Call up. Is his name Hooper? Yeah, Hooper. Let's call this guy up from the D League. And let's look at the depth chart. Let me call him back up. Yeah, I'm just going to click suggest here. It might seem like a cheat, but I don't want these guys playing. I mean, it says they're out anyway, so actually you put Hooper in the starting lineup, this one-star shooting guard that's been in the D League, so let's see how that works out. Probably won't work out too well. It's been a rough road to get to November. Been a rough October. Been a blue October. Alright, let's see. Okay, no, I don't want to. There's another setting I need to change. Go to game options. Yeah, default to simulating human games, because we're going to simulate most of these unless it's a game 7. Alright. Again, let's try to get to November. Oh, it's not good. We had a team incident. Isaiah Cravens started yelling at Steve Bennett. He accused him of costing us this game and claimed he could do a far better job if given the chance. I'll leave it up to you to handle this one, but be careful. This probably won't be the only instance like this. Isaiah Cravens' attitude toward his teammates has dropped because of this incident. Isaiah Cravens has got to get over it. I mean, you're not as good as Bennett, dude. Let's see, just a second. Let's look at the depth chart. Well, Cravens isn't getting any minutes. So, I mean, I'm not going to reward him for... Man, now he's out with the bruise. Well, maybe he'll get his chance. We suggest all here. You know, Cravens is going to get some minutes now, boy. So step your game up, man. If you want to play some minutes, show up. You know, don't whine and complain. It's not the way to. It's not the way to get what you want. We also lost that game, by the way, so we're 1-2, and we are getting injuries left and right. It's not good at all. 8 days. Let's get there. Oh gosh, here we go again. We have 4 injured players, or 1-3. It's not good at all. Alright, let's see. We'll probably have to sign somebody from the free agents. Let's look at our depth chart again here. If we suggest all have him. So Hill is injured, Richardson is injured, Cravens is injured of being a whiny baby, and Fortson is injured. He's still injured. He's still out with a sprained toe, so that's not good. Bennett is back. Where's Hooper is here. We got Nick Bright starting. Is that Nick Bright? That's his name, yeah. He hasn't even scored a point yet this year. He's starting our next game. What did Hooper do? 8 points? I mean, that's not bad. His field goal percentage is 30%, which is not good though. It's like he took a lot of shots and didn't make many shots. That's not good. We gotta sign somebody because we don't have enough available players. We got 9 available players. Gosh. Well, let's go to the free agents. We need another point guard anyway. We only got 2 point guards, and neither one of them are great. So let's try to sign. Of course, the shooting guard is what. Well, Hooper's still a shooting guard. Let's try to sign a point guard and just see how things go. I didn't think it would take this long to get through. Two weeks of simming, basically. Let's see. So none of these guys are going to be great, or they would already be picked up. The best point guard apparently available is this Chris Kelly from UNLV, who is with the Greensboro Bee, so he's already assigned to a D-League team. Can we sign this guy? Sign free agents. Oh, here at the bottom, here's the option. Sign point guard Chris Kelly. Let's sign a regular contract. Okay, I think he's on the team now, so let's go back and look at our roster. Once again, let's reorganize the depth chart. And there's Chris Kelly on the team now. He's scheduled to get 10 minutes in the next game. So maybe we should go ahead and sign one more player. Let's see. We go back to the dashboard. Let's view the team again. We got 3 point guards, 3 shooting guards, 2 small forwards, 3 power forwards, 3 centers. Let's get 1 small forward and balance this thing out. And we don't have anybody assigned to the D-League currently. We're having a hard time just keeping people healthy enough to play. I mean, my goodness. So let's go back to the free agents. Here we go, sign free agents. Let's try to get a small forward. So apparently the best, we got a few that's 1.5 potential 2-star players. Are any of these guys, because we weren't like, this guy's an 84, Josh Shepard, outside shooter. Doesn't score a lot, but none of these guys really do. Let's try to get this Josh Shepard. We need a bit more outside shooting. He would be like our best 3-point shooter at an 84. So let's try to assign this Josh Shepard from Rhode Island. If he'll join us here. He should be on the team now. So again, let's go back to our depth chart. Okay, I think this is as many guys as we can have signed. So Kelly's new to the team. Shepard's new to the team, and they're going to get some playing time in this next game probably. Here's our affiliate D-League team, by the way. I forgot about this. So these guys are also available, I guess, to call up if we ever need them. I want to be honest with you guys. In the previous years, I haven't used the D-League very much. I might send one of my main roster guys down there to train up, but if you can call any of these guys up, I've never really done that. I always went to the free agents if I got real desperate. So maybe that'll change this year. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Still trying to get to November, so let's see how the next game goes. Three days. Goodness gracious. Okay. We won a game. Oh gosh. Another injury. Looks like Chris Kelly got injured. But somebody must have got healthy because it's still staying at 4. The new guy we signed just got injured. So I don't know if it's something with the game design or if it's just my bad luck, but we're seeing a whole lot of injuries. Sprained finger. Fortson's still out. Cravens is out. Richardson is out. Our stats up here aren't looking great. 25th in points per game, 28th in assists, 26th in rebounding. This is decent. We're a decent defensive team. We're 12th in opponent points per game. We're not a great offensive team and not a great rebounding team. So that's not good. Current day is October 30th. Again, let's try to get to November. And we lost that game. And we are finally at November. There are no games this day, so I'm going to sim this day. No games for us anyway. So here we are at November 2nd, about to play the Phoenix Beams. We are 3-3. They are a heavy favorite. Aaron Fortson is our best player. Is he our leading scorer anyway? Is he back? We have only 2 injured players now, so it's a miracle. Let's throw this back around. I'm afraid to put anybody in the D-League because people are getting injured so often. So we got Lopez, Bryant, McClinton, Spurgeon, and Bennett is our starting lineup. Cravens is not got any playing time. He's going to have to get over. I don't like this guy. Not the bad if he's whining. Anyway, not doing too great so far. I want to go ahead and end this video. It's been a quite long video anyway. I didn't expect it to take almost 50 minutes to get through 6 games of simming. But it has. We've had a lot of hang-ups here and there. If I make any suggestion or any changes to my team, any suggestions to my players, I'll let you guys know before the next video when the next video starts. And that's all we got for right now. So if you enjoyed this video, then you're free to like and subscribe and comment. You certainly don't have to. That's up to you and yours. And hopefully we'll see you again next time.